These just made cookies are actually so easy and so quick. I wanted to make a video to show you just how fast they can go. So first, the cookie cutter. It's the ice cream cone cookie cutter from the craft stores. We're going to turn it upside down and we're going to start by making the car part. What you want to do is make it just a big blob of icing. Then another one on this side, like big old cheeks. Connect it with a smiley face. And you're going to go up the edge, round it off, bring it back down, draw in a half circle window for the top, and then fill it all in. Try to keep your tip in the icing. And just like that, it'll settle out. You can tap it a couple of times if you want to. Try not to stick your finger in it like I did. Then you're gonna let it dry for about 20 minutes to an hour, depending on if it's a dark color like this red, you want to give it at least an hour. If it's a lighter color, and just give it a half hour. Once that's dry, we're gonna come back and take some white icing. All of this is 15-second icing. No, I was kidding. We're gonna take gray icing and give it a fender or a bumper or whatever car people call this thing. So again, we're going to make a big old blob of gray on one side. We're gonna make a big old blob of gray on the other side. Sorry you can't see that. I keep putting my hand in the way. And you're gonna connect it. I'm using a number 3 tip, and again 15-second icing. Let that settle. You can use a toothpick if this might be a little more than 15 seconds. It's been around for a couple of days. My kids won't mind. So you're gonna let that dry for another 15 minutes or so. Then you'll come back. Surprise, it's magically dry. Now we're gonna add our white icing. We're gonna give it a window. This is about 15 seconds thickness white icing. It could be anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds though. It doesn't really matter too much right here. And then give it a sign, which we're gonna write on later. My icing is, oh, it's got something stuck in it. Why don't you guys just, think about all the great things you're gonna do today while I fix, oh, there we go. Okay, so just draw a little rectangle. We'll pretend that that's like a real rectangle. And not a wonky one because of bad icing. Should have made this video yesterday when the icing was fresh, but I did not. That's what I get for procrastinating. Then we're gonna add rear lights. Just again, 1 dot. This cookie is full of dots. And we're gonna add some tires with black icing. If I can find my black icing, then we'll be sure to add those tires. Again with the dots, 2 dots, 1 for each tire. While you're at it, you may as well add the cans for the bottom. The cans, super easy, not dots, surprisingly, but what we're gonna do is just make some squiggly rectangle-ish lines. They don't have to be perfect. Cans are often dented. Just like that. Then let that dry. You're gonna wanna let this one dry probably overnight, or at least 4 hours, because we're gonna add the details after this. Once again, magically, it's been 4 hours and it's dry. So we're gonna come back with gray icing. This time we're gonna put a 1.5 tip on it instead of the number 3 tip. We're just gonna go around the window. Just give it a little definition. Then, I don't even know what else we're gonna do. Oh, I know what else we're gonna do. We're going to write, using a food marker, we're gonna write just married. Try to squish that on there a little better than I did. Then we'll give the cans some definition. It's okay if they're a little crooked because, again, cans are squished. Give a circle at the top, come in at the middle, and a couple of lines. That's that. And then we'll tie those cans on there. Somehow. Yes, we will. This time, this is the only icing that is actually thick icing. This is like a thick piping consistency. We're gonna, I mean, you're not really here, but I am going to draw a heart shape with frosting. And then just kind of let it, oh man, you can't even see that. I'll let it squiggle out. Just land. That's it. Your just married car in under 7 minutes. It would be a lot faster if you didn't forget where your icing was. Just saying.